Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is another fine day here in Kisumu. The weather is fantastic and I'm also doing fine. I don't know where you're watching this particular video from, but it is my hope and prayer that you are also fine. Maybe you could let me know the county and the country you are watching it from. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video today, I want us to do a critical analysis of Polycarp Igathe's nomination by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga to fly the Azimio flag in Nairobi, and also look at the entire Nairobi team and whether that team will be able to deliver to Azimio. Because there's one fact which we can't run away from. There is no way you can win the presidency of the Republic of Kenya without Nairobi. Not that you must win Nairobi, but at least you must perform. And again, any winning presidential candidate would want a situation where he also wins Nairobi, because Nairobi is strategic. So there are several questions which have emerged since Polycarp Igathe was nominated. And you saw yesterday Tim Wanyonyi going into another meeting with Johnson Sakaja of UDA. And I did a comprehensive analysis about that meeting between Sakaja and Polycarp Igathe. But I want us to look into this Polycarp Igathe's nomination. First of all, let us look at the entire team which was unveiled yesterday by Raila Odinga. Polycarp Igathe is going to fly the gubernatorial flag. And most Kenyans are not happy with that, especially those who support Raila Odinga and even those who used to support Richard Ngatia, because they argue that Polycarp Igathe cannot just come from nowhere and be issued with the nomination certificate. For example, Tim Wanyonyi has been campaigning for Nairobi gubernatorial seat for 2 good years. He has created networks. He had already built a solid support base in the entire Nairobi. Richard Ngatia has been campaigning massively and has spent millions and millions of money just to popularize his candidature. And the truth is, Richard Ngatia had already made serious inroads in Nairobi. He was contesting on Jubilee ticket. But Polycarp Igathe is just coming from nowhere. So the question is, why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta decided or settled on Polycarp Igathe? Because if you ask me, Raila Odinga is in a situation where he's accepting most of these things. The first thing why Uhuru settled on Polycarp Igathe is Uhuru Kenyatta's own interest in Nairobi. Remember, today in Nairobi, we have the Nairobi Metropolitan Services. Previous governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko was kicked out. And the kind of support the president has offered to the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, led by Ben Mejabadi, is amazing. So which means the president has personal interest in Nairobi. Maybe he wants to see Nairobi progressing. So that's number one. Number two, there's also the issue of the Azimio coalition. Raila Odinga becoming a presidential candidate on ODM, and then Tim Wanyonyi becoming the Nairobi gubernatorial candidate was something which was going to be a bit tricky. Then also there is the winning formula. Which formula can win? I think President Uhuru Kenyatta figured out which formula can win. Maybe he thought that by giving Polycarp Igathe the ticket, ODM as a political party were going to automatically transfer their support to Polycarp Igathe. And we are seeing a bit of rebellion. And probably lastly, maybe he wanted credibility. Credibility, if you ask me, even Tim is credible. But because they were keen on Jubilee winning this ticket, probably Richard Ngatia was not credible enough. But let us look into these Nairobi Metropolitan Services. We are going to have 2 candidates now. UDA or Kenya Kwanza are fronting Johnson Sakaja. And remember, Johnson Sakaja is going to contest under UDA. The reason he's going to contest under UDA is because William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza realized that ANC party is not acceptable, especially to the Kikuyu nation. And Sakaja was actually being fronted by ANC party. So they sit down and agreed that for them to win the seat, they needed Sakaja to move from ANC party to UDA. That's exactly what Sakaja did. And some people have also suggested that if President Uhuru Kenyatta was keen on having Jubilee win the seat, he ought to have requested Tim Wanyonyi to shift to Jubilee and then be given the Jubilee ticket. But the truth is, Tim Wanyonyi's loyalty would have been to Raila Odinga. Yesterday's move by Tim Wanyonyi to team up with Sakaja actually shocked me, and I'll be waiting to see what next for Tim Wanyonyi. Because Tim Wanyonyi's politics has revolved around Raila Odinga. Even when the brother was the Ford Kenya party leader, he opted to run on ODM. Remember, Tim Wanyonyi first joined politics as a nominated MCA, councillor at that time. It's ODM party which nominated Tim Wanyonyi to the County Assembly of Nairobi. Then from there, he went and contested in Westlands, and he has actually won overwhelmingly twice. So he was told, go back to Westlands, and Tim Wanyonyi is not willing to do that. Now let us look at what are emerging out of this move by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga to nominate Polycarp Igathe. By the way, the Nairobi team is this way. Tim Wanyonyi, Polycarp Igathe as the gubernatorial candidate. Edwin Sifuna will be the senator. The idea behind that, in my view, is to appease the Luhya nation, and then the women rep is Pasaris, another Kikuyu, and that's where the problem is. Now let us look at this entire nomination. The first thing it's going to do is that it has created, or the first thing it has done, it has created discomfort amongst President Uhuru Kenyatta allies and Raila Odinga's allies. Let us take the case of Maina Kamanda and Edwin Sifuna. Maina Kamanda was eyeing the Senate. Edwin Sifuna has now been issued with the direct ticket. I didn't see Maina Kamanda yesterday during this particular meeting, which means Maina Kamanda is not happy. Tim Wanyonyi, who was not issued with a certificate, is also not happy. Again, even Richard Ngatia, who has been appointed as a special envoy on trade by President Uhuru Kenyatta, I'm certain, is also not very happy wherever he is. So basically, if the president, look at even Dennis Waweru, who was the co-chair of the BBI and was contesting for the royalty south, has also been given presidential appointment, I think he's also not very happy. And it's not only confined to the Nairobi County per se, even at the constituency level. In Westlands, Tim Wanyonyi was being issued with a direct ticket. While that was happening, there were people who were actually going on with their nominations. Because when Tim Wanyonyi announced that he was going to go for the governor, several other people expressed their interest in that seat. So yesterday was their nomination day. But Tim Wanyonyi was issued with the nomination certificate. So those guys, you can't tell me that they are happy. They are mobilized their supporters. And from nowhere, in the middle of the day, they are told there's no nomination. So, and again, even in UDA, it's going to create a bit of discomfort. Someone like Nelson Harvey, because I saw Sakaja's claiming that they're looking at a working formula. The only working formula is for Tim to go back to Westlands on a UDA ticket. That would mean even Nelson Harvey's position in UDA will be at stake. So the first thing is that this whole thing has created discomfort. The second thing is the treble arithmetics. Now, if you look at it from the ODM perspective, two tribes are not very happy. That is the Luhya nation and the Kisii. Why? The original plan was to have Kwamboka Akisi contest for the women rep. Kwamboka is currently a nominated senator. Maybe part of the deal is that she's going to be nominated again. The Luya now are asking their stake in UDA. What is their stake? I mean, in ODM and in Nairobi, what is their stake? They are asking. Because if Tim Wanyonyi is not running for this, the governor, what is their stake? So in the negotiations, they agreed that they're going to be given Senate and some other constituencies identified for them. ODM as a political party is also going to get the Speaker of the National of the County Assembly of Nairobi. So we still don't know who that Speaker will be. So all these are issues which are significant. But this tribal arithmetic is what President Uhuru Kenyatta is also looked at. The president is certain that in Nairobi, if he gives Igathe the ticket, then the Kikuyu nation will definitely vote for Igathe. And that's why you saw when UDA was celebrating, but the Kikuyu nation in UDA were not celebrating. They were not celebrating that Tim Wanyonyi was not issued with the certificate. Basically, what they were thinking of is now Polycarp Igathe as a Kikuyu. Because when you are celebrating that Luyas are now not happy, so they are going to join you, what are you telling the Kikuyus? That they should also celebrate that one of their guys has been nominated. So the tribal arithmetic is that the Luos, the Kikuyus, and the Kambas, because the Kamba will get the running mate, will automatically, that's a winning formula. So you will easily win in Nairobi. So that tribal arithmetics is what informed President Uhuru Kenyatta's choice, because the president knows that there have been lawyers who, because they are better now, after they shall have relaxed a bit, those lawyers will still vote for the Azimio team because of Edwin Sifuna. Then the Luos will definitely vote where Raila Odinga is, because for them, Raila Odinga presidency supersedes every other thing. And they are seeding grounds. Then the Kambas will now vote for their man, because they lost Sonko, so they'll vote for this guy. We don't know whether Ruto will also unleash a Kamba. And then Kikuyus will definitely now vote for Polycarp Igathe, even if not all of them, but most of them. Number 3, I think giving Tim Wanyonyi ticket also posed a threat to Raila Odinga's presidency. Raila Odinga is the ODM presidential candidate. That's the truth. So producing Tim Wanyonyi in Nairobi would mean Nairobi also producing another ODM gubernatorial candidate. So that was not going to be possible. The truth of the matter is that Nairobi was going to be negotiated on a table. As long as Raila was on the ticket, it was not going to be possible for anybody to contest on ODM in Nairobi. That was not going to be possible. But again, if you look at that team, you could say that out of the 3, women rep and the Senate, still ODM. So it is a delicate balancing act, but the truth of the matter is that there was no way Tim Wanyonyi was going to be given the ODM ticket, and at the same time, Raila the presidential ticket. Number 4 is the national formation. With Polycarp Igathe now being the governor of Nairobi, are we concluding that Raila Odinga's running mate is going to come from the Kamba region? I don't know, but I'm just thinking. And lastly is Sakaja factor. How do you defeat Sakaja? I'm seeing people saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta is probably working strategically to hand over his Sakaja, the ODM, the Nairobi gubernatorial seat. That's not the case. The truth of the matter is that the president has intelligence. He's being advised. Most of the moves he makes are informed by that. But I know for sure Raila will not have a problem with Sakaja. Uhuru will not have a problem with Sakaja. Sakaja, in my view, could also be a project of Francis Atwoli. Those are some of the realities. But let us wait and see the Johnson Sakaja factor, who can be able to defeat him. Because if you issued the ticket to Tim Wanyonyi and Sakaja is a lawyer, there was a chance that the lawyers were going to split that vote, and then Kikuyus were going to vote for Sakaja on UDA. Then that was going to be a bit complex. They just needed to play around with the campus. But if you give the Kikuyu that ticket, even if they half of it, then the Luos joins them. That will cancel the lawyer votes there. And then you add the Kamba, Igathe will win. So you look at it critically, then you feel that as much as people are not happy, but sometimes it makes sense, because politics is about interest. It's about the interest of President Uhuru Kenyatta, the interest of Raila Odinga. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day.